Bichette goes to the Mets, a move that no one really saw coming. And when you see the contract, you kind of see why. So, Bichette is on his way to Queens, signing a 3-year, $126 million deal with the amazing Mets. And this was not something that anyone was anticipating. Like, it felt like at the beginning of the offseason, oh yeah, Bo's going to stick around. Like that, Bo is going to hang out with the Blue Jays, and he'll take some offers, but eventually he'll come back to the warm, welcoming arms of his best friend, Vlad Guerrero Jr., and the organization that drafted him. And then as it went along, it's like, well, this might not happen here. And the market was quiet for a bit, and then all of a sudden it was like, no, this guy's asking for like superstar level money. And then the Phillies come in late, and it feels like, get your Bichette jerseys printed. Like it's that this is happening, lock it in. And instead, the Mets at the 11th hour come in and just like hammer down this remarkably player friendly contract for Bo and lock him in and lock in a very dangerous top of the lineup now for New York. And for the Mets, it has been a frustrating offseason with Diaz leaving and with Alonso leaving and now trying to pivot. But this is a good pivot now. When you're looking at the lineup with Lindor, Bichette, Soto, Polanco at the top of your lineup, and then Abidi can kind of turn things around a little bit. There's a lot there for this offense. Simeon as well. Like this is lineup wise, this is a really, really good offensive team. And bringing this kid in at like he's still this isn't a traditional free agent. Like he got to free agency young, and I get he's a little bit banged up, and there are some concerns with how he's going to age, which made it, I think, a little surprising that he locked in on a 3-year deal when maybe you could be looking for something a little bit more long term. But they went uber short term with the 2 opt-outs after the first year and the second year. So this could be a 1-year, $47 million contract because he gets a $5 million bonus if he opts out. But I think this is a solid move for the Mets. When you just look at what they're trying to do offensively, it is a puzzling one when you're talking about what they're going to do defensively, because their whole conversation this year this offseason was run suppression, right? Like they need to be better at keeping teams off of the scoreboard, which is why that they make the move and bring Simeon in and try to adjust that way. Like there was a lot of we got to get better defensively, which makes it a little curious that their corners of the infield are going to be played by guys who have never played those positions in Major League Baseball before, with Polanco and then Bichette playing over at third base. So my guess is, and I'm not the only one saying this, but my guess is their goal now for run suppression is to go out and acquire Tarek Skubal and just have a very good pitching staff to try to work through that. Because that is still a need for this team. Like this helps them. Obviously, this makes them a better ball team with Bichette in the lineup. That being said, the pitching staff is still not good enough. The bullpen is still really not good enough with Diaz leaving for the Dodgers. Like this move makes the top of their lineup look just as scary as any other team's. But you're asking for a lot from some young pitchers who stepped up late in the season to kind of carry this pitching staff into 2026. So the Mets still have quite a bit of work to do to try to I think, get into the category of the Dodgers. And even like I still don't think they're better than the Phillies. So they got some work to do here to try to kind of close that gap a little bit. But this is a heck of a start. Again, from a Blue Jay standpoint, this one stings a little bit with Bichette being this like young up-and-comer through the organization, a guy we heard about all the way through with Vladdy. You just kind of felt like this was the next cornerstone of the franchise. And then to have the big moment in Game 7 of the World Series, getting the home run off of Shohei Ohtani in the third inning, and him not really being able to be there during the whole build-up to it in the Yankee and the Mariner series, and then to have that moment, and now the bitter disappointment of losing and then Bo leaving just adds a whole nother layer onto it. And again, I don't begrudge the Blue Jays necessarily, because it's it's a silly contract. Like it is. I love Bo. He's not worth more money than Vlad Guerrero Jr. And I don't care if the market has changed in the last 8 months. Like he is not. He's not. And so to get that and then all the opt-outs that he had as well, that would be a really rough contract for the Blue Jays to be handing out. So I'm not going to be one who boos him or anything like that, but it does sting a little bit more than I was expecting it to, but it is softened a little bit by the guy got paid and gets a big deal with the Mets now, and it's out of the division as well for Toronto. But what about you, Blue Jays fans? Are we pissed that Bo Bichette isn't sticking around? Are we pissed at the front office for not being able to do more? And what do we think now about the New York Mets? Let me know down in the comments. Not doing this one live. Normally we do, though, over on twitch.tv/primetimepk, also youtube.com/@couchpotatodiary, and kick.com/primetimepk. Live schedule is going to be a little bit all over the place this upcoming week, but because I'm going to be on 960 for the next couple of weeks, actually. But the plan is to do one Monday at around 3:30 Mountain Time would be the plan for the next live stream that we're going to do